6:49, your top stories here in our Smart Start and the breaking updates just in seconds ago. This shooting on Michigan Street Sunday is now a murder investigation.
Yeah, the victim here has passed away. This all happened around 12:30 yesterday afternoon, where officers say a shooting stemmed from people arguing over issues between their dogs. RPD says Bradford Clark Jr., the suspect here, allegedly walked over to Akeem Wagstaff's home and shot him. Wagstaff died hours later at the hospital. Clark was arrested later on Cottage Street. He faces murder and gun charges.
That is just one of the cases in the surge in violence that we saw around the city this weekend. It also started Sunday morning early on with a shooting at MLK Park. 6 people shot there and an officer injured.
Yeah, certainly a lot of chaos here over the weekend. So Mayor Malik Evans has announced some contingency plans, multiple restrictions trying to address illegal gatherings and related gun violence following all of these incidents. Aran Spitzer joining us live in the studio, taking us through the latest on that MLK Park shooting. Aran.
Yes, first, the one suspect arrested following the shooting at MLK Park is due to be arraigned. No time for that hearing has been announced just yet. And second, 2 especially notable changes the mayor announced include the early closing of the park and the closure of a portion of Court Street every night until further notice. This announcement comes after 6 people were shot and an officer was injured after a fight early Sunday morning. Officers near the park heard what sounded like gunshots at the 911 center, received calls of a person possibly shot. Police found a 33-year-old man shot. Then they learned of 5 more victims. They were treated at a hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. As part of the mayor's restrictions, MLK Park will close at 8 p.m. instead of the original 11. He also says the city will be clamping down on groups at the park after hours with police in place overnight. And speaking last night, the mayor started with addressing a shooting near the lake just days ago.
The incident at Charlotte Beach, that was like 1-something in the morning. Shootings that we've had after hours, most of them are after, but most of the ones that, now shootings can happen at any time. But these gatherings are happening they're happening at the witching hour. If you know what the witching hour is, that's late, after 12 o'clock. So I think that's an important point for us to underscore. 2:45 is the time that this shooting happened. No festival, no event is going on at 2:45.
A section of Court Street between Chestnut and the traffic circle will also close at 7 every night as part of these restrictions. These changes are efforts to crack down on illegal gatherings and limit gun violence throughout the city. Guys, back to you.
Aran, thank you for that arrest in the MLK Park scene. 38-year-old Joshua Sanchez was taken to jail facing multiple charges, including assault, harassment, and resisting arrest.
As Aran mentioned, his arraignment is coming soon, maybe even as early as this morning. As soon as we are updated, we will share that with you on air and online at rochesterfirst.com.
Back to our breaking updates here. Rochester police are searching for the suspect wanted for an armed robbery overnight at the Monroe Avenue Burger King.
RPD tells us that around 10:20, the suspect approached the drive-through window, pulled out a handgun, and stole the cash register. No employees were hurt, but if you think you know anything here, you are asked to please call 911. And we have further breaking updates out of Newark, where police say they're investigating what they call a chaotic incident Saturday afternoon on Madison Street. The first call came in about a victim who had been jumped. Then there were multiple other 911 calls for gunshots and then for people fleeing a scene. Police responding to the area found a car with several people inside. A gun was also found in a yard on West Maple Avenue. A home was also seen on Madison, shot up with bullet holes. At this point, the investigation is ongoing and no arrests have been made. News 8 is your local election headquarters. Our primary coverage is now taking us into a local congressional district. 2 Republicans battling it out quite fiercely for this 24th congressional district seat.
Yeah, a nasty race so far. Congresswoman Claudia Tenney is trying to fend off attorney Mario Fratto to keep hold of her seat. This spans parts of 12 counties from Watertown to the Finger Lakes up into the Niagara frontier. Given this is a primary race, the candidates are trying to outflank each other from the right, with Fratto calling Tenney a fake Republican, while Tenney holds up the endorsements of former President Donald Trump and Congressman Jim Jordan. Though the race has been largely defined by attacks, one issue does stand out, and that is immigration. Fratto is calling for mass deportations, while Tenney wants a tight southern border with a deportation system that she says will not cripple upstate farms.
His plan for agriculture is to take the employees away from the people who are producing our food and nourishing our communities.
You have to be a country of laws. If the law is you can't come here illegally, then we can't say we're not going to send you back if you come here illegally. Otherwise, you're coming here and there's no consequence.
Polls open tomorrow morning for primary day starting at 6.
New York State will soon start accepting applications for a new program designed to help families with school-age kids keep their groceries stocked up this summer. Any kid who already gets SNAP or free and reduced price school meals are automatically enrolled in this new program, Summer EBT, and you'll be notified so by mail. Any other family with school-age children will have to apply. Families will get $120 per child per month for the summer. The money can be put on an EBT card and used at grocery stores and farmers markets. Applications will open in both English and Spanish July 1st. You can find out more about applying and the qualifications you'll need on the website we'll have available for you, RochesterFirst.com.
Sunrise traffic before we get to a final check of your forecast. Roads looking okay and green. 490 passing over Corn Hill and downtown. Just see some of the cloud cover there. Further off into the distance where we've seen some of the passing showers this morning. In James, yes, maybe a little bit of rain, but a big dose of cooling off to start this work week.
And I like it.
Yeah, so much more comfortable today than the past couple of days. Yep. Highs in the upper 70s. We're going to have a gorgeous afternoon for you with brilliant sunshine. Later in the day, patience is key here. By 2 or 3 o'clock, we'll expect that full sun for you. Rain chances go down to about 0. And then we're having the same conversation tomorrow morning, that it's a nice, refreshing morning, but unfortunately, it'll be a steamy afternoon as we get back into the middle 80s. We'll watch out for a chance for a shower or a thunderstorm there. Wednesday, probably the busiest of days there with those scattered storms, and then a nice stretch there by Thursday and Friday. So some ups and downs here. Saturday, Sunday, we'll wrap up the month of June before starting off July next week.
And by then, school out for everybody.
Yep.
Thank you, James. And thank you for watching us here this Monday. Our next update in half an hour.
CBS Mornings is up next. Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are. On RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.